Hey there, friends. Welcome back once again to Taku Katsu, the anime review podcast where we talk about episodes of, or the first episode of an anime, old or new, give our thoughts of what we like about it, what we don't, and if we'll keep watching it. And then we usually break out into a tangentially related to what we were talking about.
We call it the B-side. Welcome to the record.
Yep, the B-side. This week we are watching The World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated
into
another world as an aristocrat.
You got it.
See, the title is long as hell, but it tells you exactly what you're going to get.
No. I got a better title. You ready?
Okay.
Redo of Assassin Crat.
Ooh, he's not wrong. Tell him he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
This is made by the same creator of Redo of Healer, which I
we will not talk about.
Painstakingly sacrificed my time and efforts into watching for our audience. And now we're gonna see what else this mangaka has for us, which is this.
Yep. She has skills of a very particular kind. Let's see how they come out on this one.
Yeah. It's basically just about an assassin gets reincarnated as an aristocrat. Isekai'd into another world. Patrick, what do you think about this?
Well, this show. What do I like about this show? You know what? I like that it gets into the action. It doesn't start with the isekai part. Like, there's no Truck-kun or, like, he doesn't die right away. Whereas, like, that's kind of the intro. I like it that it does in medias res, where it's like, here's the thing, and then we go backwards to hit the human worlds. And the transition was smooth. Honestly, I love the human aspect of it. I'm sad that it had to go away. But the character, the main character, is the reasoning and like the whole escape plan. It felt like I was watching like a crime movie, like at that point, like in the beginning. Like the beginning was like the magical part, and then when we cut to the human world, like his previous life, where we get to understand him and his whole like spiel and him, why he's an assassin. He's trained as from the organization as to be the best assassin. I just watched Shang-Chi like recently, and I was like, I'm getting a lot of Shang-Chi vibes, but like, you know, the assassin being trained as a best killer, and you know, he's the best. I just love him as the old man assassin, and he's gonna retire. Right? He's great.
Would you watch the anime about this guy becoming an assassin and being bad?
Hey, okay. Here's the thing that we could get into it more about. That's why I don't like what I may not like about this show. That I honestly just want to show about him in the human world. I just want that is just so much more engaging because of the fact that like the way he logics and the way he does his conversation, his speech. It felt like it just felt awesome, and to hear his thought process and the logic of it, so good.
Oh, sorry. It felt like. I'm probably going to commit a sin to somebody, but take Ocean's 11 and make it about an assassin.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
For me, it was more like Sherlock Holmes' Game of Shadows, where you see the action and then he goes back and he talks you through it, or like you see it as he's talking through it. But either way, Old Man Assassin, great anime. Why don't we have it?
I just want a show about him. Like, honestly, because the first episode, it gives it the tidbits of the magical part intro, but the whole main middle part and to the end when he dies is like, I honestly just want to watch that show. Like, just throw away the magical guy. Just give me a show about the old man assassin.
Yeah,
so good,
so elaborate,
so good. Like, even the little side character girl, it was just I loved it. It was just so good. And here's the sad part about it. It's his sad part is that I'm never gonna see this again. Like, I want to watch that. But that's what I really like about the show is
the entire show is those two escaping like from crazy shit from the organization. Yeah. That'd be dope. And then like it's Jason Bourne.
It's so
Anime
good.
Jason Bourne.
They have it so good.
Awesome.
They have the old man and they have the young novice, blonde girl novice. Like, it's just it writes itself. It's so good.
Have you noticed that this mangaka keeps coming up with really cool ideas and then saying fuck it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a running thing.
Hey, you know what?
It kind of pisses me off because every time I'm like, this sounds cool. Oh,
here's the thing. Her first episodes are bangers, but her second episodes might be the real banger.
Maybe this is the right word.
I'm still
was that the right word you wanted?
Yeah, I'm
sticking with it.
But I guess that the last part, what I really do like about the show is that they gave a reason why he gets isekai, like the goddess. He literally has the meeting of the goddess, and she saves him, and she gives him the offer, and like I know most isekais don't really do that. I'm not even sure, but because when you get isekai, they just blankly just wake up into a new world, no excuse and no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But the goddess being there adds a little bit tidbit where it's like it makes sense.
So actually, this goddess reminded me of the goddess from Konosuba.
I was gonna say that. I was like, didn't I watch something where there was a goddess trying to convince the person to go help a world in war? That was my exact same thoughts. Thanks for making me watch Konosuba.
There's one more. You're welcome. Konosuba is great. There's another isekai that has a similar thing, and it is called... Give me a second. It's got a really long name. Something like the hero is over-prepared. Oh, God.
It sounds accurate based
like
on the anime titles we've seen.
Okay, so I can't remember the actual title because it is long and dumb. But it's only like 12 episodes. And basically, this dude from Japan... Okay, first off, this is a comedy. It's good. It's like 12 episodes. I highly recommend you watch it. But basically, the goddess gets a dude, and he gets the Japanese dudes, because the Japanese dudes always understand from the get-go how to get isekai. Like it's like they're like, oh, they're a bunch of nerds, so we're gonna just get some nerds from this part of this world because they already know it's easy. So then she gets one who has like really good stats, but he over prepares because he's kind of a what do you call it?
Nerd.
He's afraid. He's like a perfectionist, but also like he's terrified of losing. So he just literally overlevels everything.
All right.
So she brings him in, and she's like, "Okay, go." And he's like, "I'm not ready yet." And she's like, "What?" And so he just does like 1,000 push-ups every day for like a year. I don't remember the exact time frame. Mm-hmm. And then eventually he's like, "Okay, I'm ready now. 100% ready." Like it's a thing. This is a great 12 episode isekai, I promise. Anyway. So then he goes out there, and his one swing, like, he's going to kill, like, flan or some shit, like slimes. And we have completely got off the road. I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
We're
on the track.
He one hits a slime with his sword, right? And then they're like, "Yeah, you killed it. Woo, good job. Okay, keep going." And he's like, "I'm not done yet." And then he, like, casts, like, a high-level magic spell and blows up the dead flan. And then, then he's like, "I'm still not dead yet." And he does it like 5 more times. And he's like, "It's dead now." And then he goes to the next. It's so good. It is great. And there's some more to it that really makes the show work. But yeah, there's a goddess like that where she's like, "Okay, you're here for this reason." I forget. The hero is over-prepared or over-cautious. The hero is overcautious, I think is what it's called.
Right.
It's great.
So if you like that goddess bit in the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated into another world as an aristocrat. God, that title is just so long. Check that out. Cori, what do you like about this one? I know you like it because you've been watching it.
I think the OP's fine. It's not bad.
I think
blasphemy. The OP is banging.
It's like a K-pop more type of like feel with the rap part to it.
You know, like I'm not gonna skip it, but I'm not like gonna think about it tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this song. All right, it's all right. It's not bad."
Catchy.
Man, that first episode's got a bunch of ugly bastards in it, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just ugly dudes, just like
I'm thinking of the guards and the men
specifically the guards and all of the but especially those like 3 or 4 guards, just extra ugly looking.
Hey, you know what? Here's one thing. The author is familiar with drawing ugly or writing ugly bastards, so I mean, kind of makes sense, right?
So okay, so ugly bastards. We're back talking about ugly bastards. Which, if you don't know what ugly bastards is, good for you. You are blessed. But yeah, so a lot of ugly bastards in the role of being jerks, and I was like, all right, cool. This is not glorifying bad people. That's already a good start for this person. I'm already on board. They're all bad. I really, 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 really think the magic system is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
At least for the English, everything they say in magic tongue is backwards. That was great. So, like, if it was like fire rifle. Oh, okay. So, in the second viewing of this, after watching several episodes, like, oh, I get it now. Like, all the magic is backwards. And, like, she's literally, like, shooting her magic gun, and she's like, fire, backwards again. It was like, if fire. And then it was like, reload, which was like, I don't know,
Dolore.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I didn't catch that the first time. I'm like, oh, she fired it and then said magically reload, which, okay, why you have to reload a magic rifle? But whatever. She did it. And I'm like, that's cool. So all of their magic spells are just backwards words.
Yeah, they show that in the text of the sub, and I was like, it took me a long while until the last word, and I was like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
Well, and they say fire enough times that if you're really reading it, you can be like, oh.
I was sitting here trying to figure out what Ifir is.
Yeah, Ifir.
Say it like you have an accent and you'll pretend it sounds good. Ifir. I mean, it's definitely an ecchi show. It's a minimum of 5 because, like, they showed blonde girls. I think her name is Tart. You'll learn that later. They say her name like once, but anyway, you see her panties like 3-4 times. Like she's like, boom, panties, boom, panties, boom. Like it's like that was unnecessary. Okay, all right, fine. That's not even the worst. Like it definitely gets a little uncomfortable times, but. Nothing worse than a 5, maybe a 6 if you're going to be a little heavier-handed on it. But yeah, it's got a fun little world. The magic is cool. And in the second episode, they eventually started explaining, I think second or third episode, they started explaining the magic system and how it works. And like Mushoku Tensei, like this outsider knowledge helps him like figure out magic better. Plus some stuff with the goddess and stuff. It's kind of fun. It's a fun world. And I definitely would have liked to see Old Man Assassin World. Yeah. Either like him learning to be an assassin or him escaping being an assassin. And I've watched all of Gunslinger Girl, which don't. It's slow. It's slow. It's super slow. I watched all of it. Did you know there's a second season?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I bought it because I'm weird. Anyway, that's a different story for a different day. But don't watch Gunslinger Girl. It's slow. It's not worth the effort, especially the second season. But yeah, that's kind of what I liked. Vicky.
So when looking for the episode, I read the synopsis and I saw the girls on the cover, right? And I'm like, oh, this is a harem. And I was like, this is probably harem sprinkled.
Yep.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a try because I picked it for some reason. I thought it would,
why you did that.
Well, have a good storyline because you were raving about it.
Yeah.
I was not raving about it.
You were.
You rave about Redo of Healer way more than I redo.
And you did. The same person who wrote Harry Potter, you're gonna read whatever she's gonna write.
Oh God, no!
Until no,
she's canceled.
Until no, exactly. Until no.
Because first of all, what did she do? She did the something child. It was like the cursed child or something. That shit was terrible. It was like, what happened? Because she wasn't ripping off the worst witch.
Yes, you're.
Boom! I said it.
Remember that?
I said it. Hot take. But so anyway, I'm watching it. When the OP hits, I was like, oh, I could get behind this. And then like watching it where they're like, the girl's crying and the first line is like, I can't do your makeup if you're crying. And it was like, oh, so that's
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, oh, like we're getting to places and now.
Yeah. And then the auctioning happened and then like the setup and the execution of a plan. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, I was down for that.
Mm-hmm. And you're for the revenge. or the justice or whatever.
Look,
as long as it's not
we recorded,
in a certain matter.
I draw my line at rape. I think that's a solid line to draw. I don't think there's any controversy in that, and I'm okay with that.
Fair enough. Just pure murder is how you want the death
to advocate for Zane going back in time and letting yourself get raped a couple times. You might want to draw your line at that too, but anyway.
There's reasons that happen.
We're not going to let's not do this.
But we're not going to do
this. No, stop, Cori,
Are
stop.
they good?
Yes,
calm down.
Because he has to retrace his steps in order to get as powerful as he was before.
He needs it so he can get experience because of how his hero power works.
Bullshit.
But that's about it.
Yes, thank you.
Bullshit.
He needs to heal or never mind. Let's stop.
Yeah.
He can heal a lot of things in a lot of ways. He don't need that.
He needed to be in with the enemies to get experience.
He got in all right, and they got in him, and he let it happen. And he didn't like it.
He didn't have the power
if he liked
time.
it, I'd be like, cool, you enjoy yourself.
Here's the thing. If he didn't experience that, he wouldn't be who he was. That he needed it, the plans.
He shouldn't be who he was. As a matter of fact, he physically changed his top half and kept the lower half to try to... Anyway, let's talk about this show that's not that show.
Oh, right. I see. Yes, I liked it. Despite its harem vibes already from the first episode. And I like the transition as well from the magic sorcery world, like how he's sitting there talking about this is the target and how it just like blended seamlessly to the mafia. And I was like, wow, this dude is like a seasoned professional, that you don't see a lot because as I've read in fanfic, if you're good at assassinating, you don't tend to like make old age, but he did. Until they turned on him. Sorry for the spoilers. But that's how he gets isekai'd, It's reincarnation for a reason. It's in the title.
Yeah, and it was a really cool way of, like, getting him there. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't just Truck Coon. So that was fun, too. Which, again, makes the idea of watching an old man escape really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That whole sequence of the play, that was... just a good sequence. So I'm hoping that carries forward in like the magic and sorcery world because that was just good writing. What else did I like? The goddess was great. Loved her because she was like, you don't know if she's good or not. Mm-hmm. She's a goddess, but that's not necessarily good. So looking forward to, seeing where that all goes.
Yeah, like if they do cutbacks to the human worlds, I think I would like to show more. But I'm not sure if they do that. Like, and then like he does something in the magical world, and he remembers stuff that he's done in the human worlds. Like I would enjoy. I honestly just want to watch the human version of the show. Like I want to watch a show about him. The magical and the stuff is just like it's fine.
Just to be clear, when you say human, you mean normal world.
The normal, yeah.
You see human like he's a furry in the other world, like
he could be. What if they don't call them human? It's a magical
fantastic
world. Like
Mr. Fox.
They could be called, they could be called Newmans or whatever.
Nihongo.
I'm not even sure they even speak Japanese. We just have magical translations.
Hey, he was gonna go to Japan and teach ninjas.
Yeah, that I would have loved to see him.
That was a joke,
be a teacher.
It was a fun joke. Yeah.
To ninjas. So sad.
Okay. Could I just take the next part where we talk about what I don't like?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Because I'm gonna rant if I don't.
Yeah. What is the things that keep you from mostly completely enjoying?
Yeah.
So I find the goddess. To be annoying, and I'm like the whole goddess being kind of an asshole. I'm like, I don't love that. Like I get it, but I'm also like, all right. Like if you're gonna be evil, be evil. If you're not gonna be evil, it's fine. Because God, I'm watching too many isekais. There's another isekai that came out where dude gets Oh, right. I forget the name, but he is the descendant of other. Okay, so he was born in our world, quote unquote, but his parents were born in a different world, so they got isekai to our world, then he got re-isekai'd to the world they're from.
Wow.
So he was like super powerful. And the goddess there was a dick to him. And then like Konosuba's Aqua is kind of a dick to the main character. And then she's like a dick to, and I'm just like, I don't like this trend of the goddesses who isekai people being complete assholes. It just bugs me. I don't know. I guess the power fantasy or the self-insert parts is like, I died. Why are you treating me like this? This is some bullshit. So that's annoying. But she's an engaging character. She's not a bad character. I'm like, and a side thing is that you keep the main character does not talk to the goddess in the next 7 episodes or 6 episodes, but you do encounter the goddess, and she's like going through other people she isekai'd. It's kind of fun. It's pretty fun.
That's interesting.
Small spoiler then. Does she isekai other people from... Cool.
That's nice.
We're just gonna leave that answer.
That sounds fun. That's fun. Yeah, I don't want to say any more than that, but it is cool. It's just a fun little like, oh, we're checking in with the goddess. Let's see what happens. And there's more details I am completely ignoring.
Yes.
So it's definitely, if you even are remotely interested in the show, watch 3 episodes, then duck out if you really think it's not worth it. Because it is mildly ecchi. There's something that happens in another episodes that I won't talk about, but that makes me feel like, okay, please stop. But these are some mature ass 13-year-olds. Mm-hmm. Those 13-year-olds are built like supermodels who are 20.
Yeah. What's up with the...
No, wait. Sorry. Supermodels who are 20 and they have ridiculous breast augmentation.
Yep.
They are not 13.
Why are they stacked?
That is... Yes, that is not right.
Thank you for saying that.
Please do not make me look at 13-year-olds as old men are auctioning them to, whatever that is. And like, it's just, and that doesn't go away. I just forgot that they were 13 until I watched this episode, and then rewatched this episode, and I watched episode 7, which came out like last week. And I'm like, because he says I'm 13, and I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. I know that I say that as a joke. Because especially we hit the mark with like Hero, right? And that was like a main plot point was like, oh yeah, she's younger, but she was like 16 at the time, right?
She was like 16,
right?
Yeah.
But then that was like, for me again, I say it as a joke, but like the age thing is like it's clearly like they didn't have to do that, but it's just like the weird spice. They just here's the here's a little bit spice controversy of our show, but it's just like if they were like of age of like Shumatsu no Harem or something, you'd be like, okay. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Just like, why is that a thing? But I don't know.
Why are we sexualizing people who aren't even 14 years old?
She found a niche and she sticks with it of uncomfortable sexual content.
And the thing is, this show is not quite there yet, and I'm happy about that. It's not quite at the point where it's like that bad, but. And I've watched plenty of ecchi shows, especially when I was younger, and it's like, all right, this isn't worse than most of the stuff I've seen in the last 10, 15, whatever years. But because she did redo a healer, I'm just like, okay, where's the other shoe going to drop?
Yep,
it's going to happen.
It's just like, with Idaten, where it's like, oh, okay, I get it, because her previous work or the author's previous work is like, it had that material, so like you're like, okay, yeah, if it's there, it's gonna be there, but like you really didn't have to be there. For most, let's say, just generally speaking, most shows like just age them up or like just don't mention it and let it be. Just
Oh my god, don't even mention it.
Let them be.
That works
let them be
well.
Elves. Let them be elves. 2,000 years old, and you're like, yeah, I get it. That's cool.
That would work.
They could just be like, just not tell me the age.
Don't say it.
It would solve the problem, because then they're whatever age I want them to be, and I want them to be adults. And if I'm a 14-year-old boy and I want to meet a girl who looks like she's not 14, but I'm 14 and I think that's awesome, who gives a shit at that point? But the moment you tell me they're 13, anyway, man, that woman is totally like, who's that woman who was helping facilitate sex trafficking that is in the new.
Her name was weird. It was like
For you mean
starts with a C.
Are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The lady that was sitting up on the balcony. It was like
that lady. I was like, oh
yep.
That's like literally what's her face?
The madame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, that woman reminded me of real life woman. That doesn't make me feel better at all. Because the real life woman really did find 13-year-old girls and then put them in position to be sexual objects for men.
Inspiration from reality.
Anime
is supposed to be our escape.
Thank you. Really?
Really? Is that why we watch it? Is that
what it is?
I thought it was shadow work.
The plot
I thought it was shadow work.
Anyway.
I thought we were supposed to face our fears.
Well, I don't want to watch the news. It's too, too real. But I'll watch anime.
I want to watch Redo a Healer.
It's not the news for sure.
Anyway, so, I mean, again, I will say this. It wasn't like actual sexual assault in front of me, so that's good. It was just the implication, and I will live with that 1,000 times more than fucking Idaten in episode 1. Shit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what else you got?
Oh no, that was it. Those are my main concerns. Honestly, not a lot of like big stuff. A lot of just kind of small little things. Other than maybe don't make 13-year-olds look like they're models with fake boobs.
Same. Patrick, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like that the whole problem with like that Cori always brings up. I mean, it happens a lot in a lot of anime. It's just like that's just kind of a weird, I want to say standard, but just a weird. At this point, it's not even a trope. It's just a thing that's done. It's not really. If it happens all the time, then it's just not really a trope. It's just how the story works, I guess, and they prefer.
It's a cultural artifact of anime in general.
Yeah, that's probably of the time, and just like with I don't think that won't go anyways. Won't go anyway soon. Won't go away anytime soon. But
I'm still gonna complain about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's very valid. It's true.
Not watch Redo Healer.
Hey, at least they were not underage.
They were. What are you talking about? Who? Where?
I actually don't know.
For the most part.
In this show?
For the most part.
In Redo of Healer, for the most part, they were not underage.
I mean, I don't know the ages of some of those, like the Wolf Girl or.
Hey, there are other problems that were happening in that show, and age might not have been one of the problems.
That was one of the problems, but it was not the most egregious problem.
Okay, let's not make this. I thought we got rid of it. I thought we got rid of the show, guys.
So, who's next?
I didn't like, and it's weird because I liked it, but it's like a thing that I just noticed, and I didn't, and it's not a thing I don't like about this. I loved it, but I don't like how in anime there's not enough. How to phrase it? Buff daddy types.
Mm-hmm.
You missing the
That's understandable.
Not so much daddy type.
You want more Barretts in your life.
No, not so much Barras or even daddies, but like I really like
Barrett from Final Fantasy VII.
Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
No,
I don't want more Armstrong. I don't know Barrett, but
okay,
like
Armstrong. Okay, but you mean the wife of Izumi in Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah,
not even him. Not even.
Okay, now I don't know what you mean.
Okay, yeah, what's the type you're looking for? What's the type?
It's more like I really am intrigued by the idea of this old assassin trying to retire, live his life, and then like you see him falling in the water and he's like naked, and it's like what, there's not enough of that in anime. It's always got to be like young pretty boys.
Well, you said buff daddy, so I thought you meant like big muscles, not like lean Korean hot boy muscles, but he's also 60.
Just like realistic body type, just like.
I mean, that body type may not be realistic, but I get where you're going for.
Yeah. Buff daddy is like the wrong, but it's like he had an energy.
You want a cut daddy.
Well, how about Bruce Lee? What does that do anything for you?
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Does that do anything for you?
Yeah, you want that tone daddy. Hey, Vicky, how much Dream Daddy have you played?
I have not played any myself, but I've seen walkthroughs.
Patrick, I need you to purchase a gift for someone on Steam.
Cori, you and me already know she's not going to play it. She's not going to play that. She's not going to finish watching anime.
No,
she's not going to watch it.
She ain't going to play it.
She ain't going to do any of that.
Oh my god.
We should definitely buy it so she'll never play it ever because Vicky never does.
She's not going to do. Here's the thing she's not going to do. She's not going to go to sleep on time. She's not going to play the shamisen. She's not going to watch anime.
Yeah,
I'm totally going to learn how to play a shamisen. As soon as I can find one that's not broken. As soon as I can find like a real intact one, I'm going to learn to play it.
Yep.
And my acoustic guitar.
I mean, nope, you're definitely not. Never
and
are.
Speak Japanese.
You're not going to do both of those things.
Okay, that one you really need to do. That one you really need to do.
Yeah, I speak a little.
You're not going to do both of those things in the next 6 months.
Hey,
wait, shamisen or play Daddy's?
Both.
Everything.
Yep. All the
I'm going to do it all.
All the things we want you to do, you're definitely not going to do because I don't know.
I'm going to do
get lost
all
in
the
my
things.
reverse psychology now.
I know, right? No.
But yeah, it was just so refreshing to see like an older, realistic depiction of instead of like an old frail.
His depiction had no dick.
Well, that was because of anime censoring. Wait, is that the right word?
No, I just really wanted to say depiction and dick.
Nice.
It was an easy joke, and I liked it, and it was fun. And if you didn't laugh at that, that's okay. You were probably right.
Yeah.
I like the tasteful censoring, but it was just like, why can't we have more of this? And then why can't we just have this? Why take it away and make it a pretty 13-year-old boy?
Can I say one thing? When I saw that, when I saw him drifting in the water, you know what I thought about? Evlogia.
Yeah, right? You want more of that. Hey,
I'm telling you.
Hey,
how much Evlogia have you been watching?
To be fair, I have not found any more. I haven't searched for it.
You know why?
So
I actually talked to... What's that? No. Shumatsu no Harem has been pulled.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, so they aired the first episode, and then they pulled the rest. And they're not going to air them for another, month or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I was, I forgot what I was reading, but it was saying, they basically pulled it what is it called? That show you're not going to watch. Interspecies Reviewers. Because they're like, no.
Did the network not see advanced copies of it?
Apparently not, because I thought it was trash, and they still made it.
Hey, I will always be on the record saying I'm surprised they animated Interspecies Reviewers and not gave it straight to
well,
hentai.
Again, the only thing about Interspecies Reviewers is they added animation. From what I've been told, because I didn't read the manga doesn't have all of that extra stuff.
Right,
it's like 4 Coma or something.
But the thing is that it's still the content of it is still what? You're gonna make a show of this?
Let me put it a different way.
It's still a thing.
Interspecies Reviewers is clearly telling you what it's about. Redo of Healer wasn't. I was tricked.
I guess you're right. You're right about that. Redo Healer didn't give the whole title. It wasn't like the man gets. I'm not going to say it because I can't.
A man goes back in time so that he can get raped a couple times, so that he can rape some other people and murder them after he changes their genitalia a couple times and lets them have sex with everybody after manipulating their mind and taking over them so they forget who is going on, so he can keep having sexual congress with them without them giving proper permission.
That's a very good title.
Inaccurate.
That's very accurate. I didn't even exaggerate.
It should be redo of a healer's trauma in order to right the world of injustice.
By sexually assaulting people?
What comes around comes around.
He's like Light. He's like Light. I'm going to keep killing people, and then the cops too, because there's bad people in the world.
No, he never killed anyone innocent.
What?
Right?
You mean
No. KR.
Right.
Never killed any innocent.
Yeah, but he committed sexual assault on multiple occasions.
to bad people.
To bad people.
That doesn't make it
in revenge for what they did to him.
Editor, please.
This is why you should not have picked this show. We already talk about Redo of Healer like every episode, if not every episode. And you picked the show by the same woman. So, Patrick, what don't you like about this show?
What I don't like about the show, guys, I don't like the fact that it reminds me of Redo Healer. Okay. But here's the thing. I like the magic system. Okay, serious point. I like the magic system, but I hate the fact that I have to pause so I can read the subtitles in backwards.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I had to read it backwards until the very end, and I didn't read it.
Because when it was simple, it's like reload fire rifle, but when she went complex, she's like elements, fire,
destroy
power,
the entire
4,
area,
3.
use 6 things.
I'm I couldn't read it. I was like, wait a minute, she's saying too many words. I gotta pause to see what she's actually enchanting.
It's like Pig Latin, but worse.
Right. Mm-hmm. In practice, I mean, no, I love the fact that it's like that's how it's done. But in practice, when you read it and you're watching the show, you're just like, I have to take more effort and read the subtitles. Like even in English, you have to read subtitles because if that's how the magic goes, backwards, if they read it backwards quickly. But that's probably that's the only weird tidbit. I also know that since I know that the show is written by that same author, I already know what I'm not gonna like about it. But as the first episode, it was very good. I mean, it's very good first episode, and that stands alone.
You know what? We didn't actually explain what the goddess wants.
Oh yeah. So
that's kind of the plot. So
yeah, she literally picked him, and he figured out he's super smart. I wish we had old assassin anime. So
I want him. Yes, I want him so bad. He's so good.
But she literally picks him because she wants him to kill the hero of that magic world. So it's that's why it was the goddess isn't necessarily good because why would the hero need to be killed? It's an interesting point to be oh, he's just gonna do it because he wants to keep his memories instead of being reborn as a baby and having another chance that way. But yeah, I for one will keep watching to find the threads of this whole plot thing because gotta hand it to the author, writes an interesting plot, just not executed always in the best conscientious way.
Yeah. I think we all can agree she has some. Her first episodes, her first drafts or whatever, it will definitely really pull you in, but with her type of content that she likes to add and sprinkle into her shows, let's say, is what is kind of oh man, why did this have to be there? If she were to write a good 16 plus or even below age show, I'd be yeah, I'm totally down. Just again, reverse supercut. Just give me the good bits. Yep. The first episode, just so good.
And she's all for that maturity stuff. I wonder if she wrote doujinshi first. Because in a lot of doujinshi, it goes there.
Yeah. That makes sense, actually.
It's good practice.
And her drawing is not overly when she doesn't want it to be. It's not that bad. It's not hypersexualized normally. One thing I'll say is, she draws the boys' nipples too many times for me to be okay, this show is if there's one thing I have noticed is that if you're seeing nipples of any gender, animals, anything, this show's going places I don't need it to go for my normal regular viewing.
I just immediately thought of animals.
Yeah, are you foreshadowing because we didn't see the boy in the first episode? He was still a man.
In the second episode, they do some examination of the boy. In the several episodes after, there's more of that. But in the 7th episode, which I just recently watched before waiting for Vicky, that's when he's looking at himself in the mirror I'm 13. And I'm whoa, you're still 13? Shit.
How would he know he's 13? How does he know?
He was born. He's got family.
So he kept his memories as a baby?
Yeah.
Oh, he did a whole Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, let's say Mushoku Tensei. Okay, I got
you. Oh, okay. So you'll get more of that in episode 2 where they kind of go through it. But she does say, like, you'll remember, yada, yada, yada.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, so he's 13. I'm like, wait, those are some boy nipples right there. That's weird. Because normally you don't. Normally, like, watch any, like, was it Free? That's a swimming episode. Mm-hmm. Like, just look at the cover. None of the dudes have obvious nipples. There's something very specific about drawing male nipples.
You know what? I'm thinking about Dragon Ball Z, and those guys get their shirts ripped off. But, like,
at most, it's like a circle.
Yeah.
It's like just a little circle, but it's not really.
Mm-hmm. Because, that's interesting. Yep.
There's something about when an animator or an artist specifically draws male nipples. There's something. I don't have a word for it, but there's a thing there. And and it's so unusual. It makes me uncomfortable, which it probably shouldn't.
It's like the uncanny valley of nipples.
Yeah, maybe. I got nothing. I just know that I notice it, and I'm like, huh, that's not what I was expecting.
Well, Cori, I'm glad you shared that with us. I will keep in mind and for future episodes, because I will continue to watch this show. I will continue. To watch this show.
It's fun. The magic is fun. The world is fine. The world building is fine. It's nothing magical, but yeah, I'm watching the show until it does something. Vicky. I'm not going to say this is going to be like the show you want to watch, but Golgo 13, The Professional.
Golgo.
Yeah. It's an older manga, and it became, they've done a couple little adaptations here and there, and it's about an assassin.
Was there a point where he's like a dark-haired, square-headed type, and he sleeps with an Italian girl?
Oh, I don't remember that.
And her dad's like the mafia, and he's like, she knows he's an assassin. Yeah, I saw an episode of that, or the movie, or whatever it was,
probably the movie,
on Pluto, and I was like, this is, first of all, it's animated oldly,
it's old.
Like, and back then they didn't have censors for shit.
So I'm looking at this Golgo 13, so GOLGO 13.
Yep.
Is a Japanese manga series written by and illustrated by Takao Saito, Takao, published in since October 1968.
Oh my god!
This series follows the title character, a professional assassin for hire. Golgo 13 is the oldest manga still in production.
Wow.
And its Tankobon edition was certified by Guinness Book of World Records as the highest number of volumes for a single manga series.
This has been going on? Holy cow.
Wait. Saito said before his death in 2021 that he wanted the manga to continue on without him, and previously raised concerns that the manga may be unfinished after he passes away. The Saito production group of manga creators will continue its publication with the assistance of the Big Comics editorial department.
Wow.
This
so
is amazing.
Old.
The fact that it's still continuing from 1968? Jesus.
That's as old as my mom.
There you go.
That's old. That's 50-some years, y'all.
Jeez. But yeah, so Golgo 13, I was just like, he's I don't know if he's a daddy in the sense that you need him to be, but that's about as good as you're going to get right now.
It's more just like, like games like Dream Daddy are very great because it shows a variety of older gentlemen, getting attention in video games or, anime, similar to, what's it called? I can't remember. Death Stranding. There you go. And you got a Norman Reedus type, and it's like, older protagonist.
As long as we're not dropping any kind of rabbit-like animals, I am all about more dads being and stuff.
You're in it for the dads. I'm looking out for those that want daddies.
Well, okay, look.
I don't want the daddies.
I'm
finding them for you.
I don't know what. Okay. Point is, I am getting older, and as I get older, my tastes will change slightly to reflect things that I want in my life, and it would be great to have more shows. Not that I don't enjoy your Narutos and your Hidatens and so on, But it would be nice occasionally to get those shows where dudes are being responsible adults in a world where shit happens. This is nice. You know, I don't need every show to be that, but if you gave me one a year and it was good, that'd be great. I like your wotakois, where it's just like some otaku who are getting into a relationship and just working through stuff. That's great. It's like real life stuff, but fun and different. And we still haven't finished talking about the show, so I'm going to stop being on a tangent. Patrick, can you watch more of this show?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. You're watching it.
I'm watching it. Yeah.
It doesn't seem that bad. I mean, it really doesn't seem like it'll get to that area.
Nope.
And the main character
feels like at first.
It feels at first, but the main character is like that. It's just like I have the same vibes of Mushoku Tensei, where it's like I'm rooting for the main character. Like I want to root for Rudy. I'm going to root for this old man assassin. They're just fun characters.
Also has a 13-year-old who's sexualized, but at least she's not built like she's a model or some shit. So I'll take it, I guess. God damn it. Japan, stop it.
Is it? No, I was going to say, is this really a Japan thing? But it's just like all anime. I'm like, yeah. It's just more prominent.
Is.
It's just kind of more prominent. I'm trying to think of other American shows like just like do that. You're right. Like, not really.
I'm not saying that human beings aren't like this. Obviously, they are. But Japan is putting it on TV like it's no big deal, and that's why I'm just like, come on, man.
I mean, they put interspecies reviewers on TV.
That's true.
Come on, and they're like, nope, not again. We're not gonna mess up. And they push them to the harem, and like, nope, we messed up again, guys. We can't do this.
But there's two things that I will always be proud of. Interspecies reviewer has no look. If anything, it supports the idea of just kind of like, hey, go to a brothel. Like if you're okay about sexual freedom and all that, all of the characters are participating in an economically regulated industry of sex work. So on that sense, interspecies review is fine because it has none of that RAP word. And then all of the people are of age, so I can't worry about it. And it's great. But yeah, I do have a B-side that is completely unrelated because I assume this episode will come out in about a month, which puts us at the end of the year. So before I talk about that,
that's true.
Patrick, Vicky, anything else you want to say or add or throw in a tangent that I haven't already started?
No, no, I got it all out there. I like it.
Yeah, I'm good. I think we all can agree we want old man assassin anime. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm down with some old man assassin anime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take that anime world. Give us more old men that aren't frail.
Okay, not old men that aren't perverts like Master Roshi, please.
Yes, yeah. Give us like responsible, just got
their
their shit together.
I think we talked about. I think we talked about this in our previous B-side where good father figures they just don't exist. They just die. They're either dead or they don't exist.
Yep. Santa Claus the anime. Okay.
Yeah. So what you got, Cori?
So B-side. So this is coming out at the end of the year, i.e., around Christmas. What everybody does for cheap, easy content is a list, right? So my thought is simple. We've got a little bit more time to just hang out, talk shit, but let's talk about our favorite of the year so far. We've only got maybe a couple more weeks in the season left, so there's probably not going to be like a surprise smash hit because Hidaten is the best. So let's kind of go briefly through what we remember our episodes were and just kind of come up with maybe a top 3 for each of us.
I could go down the list of...
Do you have the full list with you?
Yep.
Because I'm looking at all my saved stuff. So obviously number 1 is Jujutsu Kaisen. That was our best episode.
Yes. So let's just start this off where we go through all episodes and say like I guess we all have to kind of write down like some of like our top 3, I guess, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So episode 1 is Jujutsu Kaisen, and Vicky wasn't on that episode because she came in on the real episode of the podcast.
But she did watch Jujutsu Kaisen and comment on episode 2.
Yes.
The episode we don't need to even talk about. But yes.
The infamous episode.
Jujutsu Kaisen, honestly, that is still like it might be top 3. That's definitely top 3. It's still
minimum.
It's hard to
right.
top that for me.
What?
For me and Cori.
I feel like I've got a better 3 other better ones than Jujutsu Kaisen. Like I liked it. I did. I really did.
Okay. All right.
But I have not watched any more of it.
Okay. Right. Good. That's a good objective measure.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the second episode was our infamous redo of Healer episode. We got a lot of, there's a lot of talk about it, and good or bad, it's still a good conversation.
Yeah, a lot of mileage out of that horse.
Too much mileage out of that horse. We beat that horse, it died, it got redo of healed, and we killed it 3 times 6.
Pretty much.
It's a zombie horse at this point. What was episode 3?
3 was so I'm a spider, so I'm a spider, so what?
I did finish that.
Yeah. Ooh. I think for me, I was a little disappointed in it, but I do want to watch it. I do want to go back to it, though. I mean, what about you, Vicky?
I would watch more of it. I haven't, but I want to because the spider was just so funny. Like, she knew right from the get-go, like, how to survive in that world. She was like, this is a magic world, of course. That was fun. So I want to watch more of it when I have time. But
I did finish it. It ended in an interesting place, but it definitely does some things. But it wasn't my top 10. Yeah, well, it wasn't my top 5 at least.
Yeah, I believe there's a season 2. It was fun enough. I'm sure there's a season 2 of it, right?
There has to be.
Okay.
They left it on basically a cliffhanger.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's an interesting one because the manga, like the whole 3D, 2D, the anime was like totally different from what the manga is, I believe. Mm-hmm. After that, we have episode 4 was suppose a kid from the last Dungeon Boonies moved to the Star Town. This, from what I remember,
that's the show I always said I was going to watch and just never got past episode 4. I think.
I remember that this one was a funny show, lost slapstick comedy. From what I remember, it's
lots of potential.
Dumb Superman, right?
Dumb Superman.
It's what we thought about.
Bizarro.
It's like a himbo.
Yes, himbo. That's the way we kind of termed up.
Yeah, himbo the anime.
After that, for episode 5 was Panty and Stalking.
Oh,
wow! I can't believe I remember that.
Stalking. Yeah, I did finish that as well. That was a ride. Powerpuff Girls with sex. That's what that was.
Accurate.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least top 10 minimum of our 40-some episodes. What episode are we on today? 49?
40. We're on 42.
We are on 42. Yeah. Of our 42, that's got to be top 10 for
them.
Wow.
I mean, I do want to watch it. Yeah. Episode 6.
Music.
No, yeah, it's good music. Episode 6 is Q High Earth Defense Club Love, which is Vicky's pick, obviously.
Love it.
Me and Cori, you already know the answer. Okay, me and Cori, we're good. Nope. When we can move on.
Yeah. That was the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna watch another one.
It's top 5.
It's fine.
It
was
fine. Yeah,
I'm not gonna watch another episode.
I have other boy shows that rank higher than this boy show. Let's say for me,
that is true. Mm-hmm. I do have higher boy shows.
Moriarty's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, next on is Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, which I think
that was early. Wow.
It was early, and I think that's again it set a tone. It set a tone for our controversy edginess, but still really interesting plot. I love the characters in the show.
Way better than episode 2 or the second podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode for episode 8 is Project Scar
Frontier
no Kizu. Oh boy,
that was probably the most trashy trash show that we could have trashed.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
This was probably the bottom, right?
I picked that one. I picked that one because I was like, let's just pick a shit show. I grabbed that one out and I was like, that looks like crap. Let's watch it. It was crap.
It had so much potential. Then they killed off the guy that would have kept me watching it. It was like, what the fuck?
That one clearly has younger brother energy, right? Younger.
It
did. Brother.
It had some lazy CGI brother in it.
Oh man, what that show. After that, we clearly picked the better boy show, which is Skate the Infinity.
Yep. Skate the
Hell yeah.
Infinity.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so that's a show I also think, like, man, I should definitely watch Crazy Hisoka Skater Boy.
It's
But,
just fun.
Just didn't get to it.
So this actually marked our sports trilogy, so the next one is my pick, Uma Musume Pretty Derby for episode 10.
Freaking
This one's
horse
pretty low.
derby. Come on.
This one was low, man.
No, that's
Man.
bottom tier.
It's so niche. It's so niche.
Oh.
It beat Scarlet Predator, though? Come on.
Yes, because I
Honestly-
actually passively watched that in the background, like 2-3 episodes before I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Scarlet Predator is just bad, while Uma Musume is niche. Like, niche doesn't mean bad. It just means it. There's only a small audience that wants it. And that
My
was
Little
not part
Pony,
of it.
guys. My Little Pony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no bronies today.
No bronies though.
No bronies on these
Anime
ponies.
bronies. Anime bronies.
Anime bronies. There's got to be a word for
Also,
that. Portmanteau that.
all of the girls were based on real horses. That was actually pretty
That was
neat.
Okay,
I
I
actually
mean,
like that.
that's kind of fun, but
It
it's
has
also...
its points.
Come on, special weekend. Let's go.
real quick. I got to remind us. Dry juice.
Oh
Oh,
god.
that was pretty recent. We'll get there. We'll
Every now and
return
again.
there.
Every now and again, one of us just got to be like, what up? Dry juice.
Dry
Dry juice.
All right. Episode 11 was I Shield 21, and we have Zane return back for that one.
Yeah,
I Shield
So
21.
so good. iShield is a great show. It's a great show.
It's just a
It's
shame.
not top. It's not top
Yeah.
5. It's not top 3, but I really like that show. Sports anime.
Mhm.
Very enjoyable.
It's just a shame it had like 100 plus episodes because that's just
Yeah.
that's a commitment right there.
Wait. So what was Vicky's sports show in that trilogy?
That was Skate the Infinity.
Skate the Infinity.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Because I'm looking at the next one. I'm like, that's not Skate.
The next one is Loveless. This is where
Lovely.
you know Vicky, you pick a line. You're like, this is what you're about.
Yeah.
Cat boys
See, look, that's what she's here for. She got to bring that diversity.
for sure.
Ooh. Hey, I bring stuff the normal majority of people might not have heard of. I'm
Hey,
just
bring that diversity.
spreading awareness.
Yes, I will bring back stuff from the 80s before I was alive. You'll bring stuff people didn't need to watch, but hey, you like it, so it's cool.
Hey,
And
Patrick's I
Patrick's
want
like,
to watch this one. I want to.
I'm gonna pretend to be into vanilla stuff, but really,
Hey,
I love it.
Loveless goes places like with the battles. The
Yeah.
battles are the best.
But we don't care about the battle. Remember, we
but,
care
but
about
that
the
first
ears and
episode,
the-
that first episode did not show me nearly enough about the
Oh
battles.
my goodness,
And
controversy.
I was super interested in the ear stuff, but the less about the boy love stuff, the better, I guess, for me personally.
No, that's that. I have to finish that one, like, just so I can learn more about Vicky. That's all I gotta say. Next pick is mine, episode 13, Wonder Egg Priority.
Yeah, that was a
good
good
watch this
show.
one. Need
Now,
to
here's the
watch this
problem. The ending kind of craps the bed a little.
one.
Just a
It's
little.
a shame.
It gets real confusing and unclear, but up until maybe the last 2 episodes, real good. Top 5 minimum, I think. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it's in there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's so pretty. I mean, it just lots of.
All right, we're about to hit a couple really good shows.
Okay, the next one is bottom tier character Tomazaki-kun for episode 14, which was
Yeah,
Cori's
that was
pick.
all right. It was a good middle of the road show.
Yeah,
That was really good.
Good back.
It gives you life advice.
If it was in English and I could play it on
Gamified.
Netflix in the background, perfect show.
Yes, the Gamified Life show. So good. Next one is, I believe it was Vicky's Yukoku no Moriarty, the Patriot, Moriarty the Patriot, which I think for me is one of the sleeper shows for me because I didn't think I would like this show that much,
Yeah.
but I love this show.
For a show I only watched 1 episode of, real good show.
Mhm.
Top.
I need
top,
to get back into
top
it.
half. Top 25% of all the shows we
Mhm.
watched this season.
Good revenge.
Good revenge.
Yeah,
Oh,
way
this
better
is
than
honest
some
revenge.
shows.
This is
Yeah.
honest revenge.
Way better. Way better revenge.
There's a line, you see it, you understand the controversy, but like you're still for it.
Yeah, when bad people do bad things, I'm going to go with Moriarty over some other shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
Speaking of bad people doing bad things, number 16.
Ijira Naide Nagotoro-san. Oh my goodness. Ijira
Naide
Naide. Okay.
Nagotoro-san.
This show, man. Vicky, you have some comments on this girl bullying show?
It's rough because I feel like if it were rated a little bit higher, you would see him peeing himself, just tears streaming, like fluids would be involved.
That sounds gross.
Yeah. It's just sad. Yeah. Sad. He needs to take some life advice from Tomozaki.
Heck yeah, those two can hang out. I wanted to watch more of the show. I watched 2 episodes and then just never got to it. So clearly, it's like,
yeah. I get why people like this show, but the protagonist, Senpai, is just too pathetic for me too. Again, he's not. You watch it for Nagatoro, like, but the guy is just like, I don't really have no connection with this dude. But the next show after that was 86, episode 17.
Oh, so good!
The romance.
Yeah. That might be my number 4 right there. Just like, bam, 86.
I like the premise. I just
maybe not. 86 is fun.
Didn't get it.
Yeah,
it's a fun one.
86 is pretty good. Second season came out. Watching that, pretty good. All right, here we go. Top contender right here.
Yep. Next is Vicky's pick for episode 18.
Pick,
Pretty
Vicky.
Boy Detective Club.
Oh wait, what? Nope, never mind. I was looking at the wrong number. All right, never mind.
Nope, 18. Pretty Boy
Nobody cares about that
Vicky.
club. Nobody.
Pretty Boy Detective Club is really good, y'all. Like,
how far have you gotten?
I'm still on like the 5th or 6th episode.
Okay.
But like, it's if you like Oran, which pops up later.
Is it a 12er or is it a 24?
I think it's 24. I don't know.
Okay, when you get to episode 12, you get to episode 12, you tell me, and if you really, really are going to sell me on it, I'll watch. I'll definitely commit to watching it. Because I wasn't sold. I think I watched 2 episodes, and I was like, all right. Now! I think this is Patrick's pick.
Yeah, it's my pick, which is Vivi, Fluoride Ice song, which is, man, so good.
This is, I think, one of my top 3.
I think so. Top 3 for me as well.
So good.
The music was good. The story was good. The mystery really, the mystery kept you wondering how are they going to solve this until the last like 2 episodes, and you're like, okay, maybe they'll lose. It was good.
It's on my must-watch list.
Oh, yes,
you
gotta watch this.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed.
There's so much to watch.
There is so much. I'm going through the list. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to watch this still.
Right now, the only one I'm like, oh, maybe I should really truly watch is the one that Vicky's like, it's still good. I'm like, is it? Maybe.
Is it?
Because I'm probably never going to watch Boonies. I'm probably not going to watch Nagatoro. So, moving on.
Moving on to Cori's pick for episode 20, the infamous Hige Osoru Soshite. Well, so I shaved my, what is it? I shaved my beard and took in a 16-year-old.
Yeah, basically.
How to almost go to jail by sleeping with a 16-year-old.
How to wait 2 years. Season 2, 18. That's what he does. Okay, spoiler alert.
How I raised my child bride. That's what it was. That's what I kept calling it. How to raise my
Wasn't it like I got rejected, so I shaved my beard?
Yes. That was the first part. Yes.
I got rejected, so I shaved my beard and took in a runaway high schooler or something like that.
Yeah, man, that show. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know where I put that on my list because I liked it too much, but it's not a show.
You finished it.
Yeah. I finished the show. But I don't know where to put it on my list. Yeah, that's the show I love to yell about.
This gave us our return to the bunny drop vibes, and
no, this was the beginning of the bunny drop.
Of the bunny drop vibes, and it was interesting show. We'll say that. I know Vicky had some thoughts about the show, but just why?
It's just so cliche. Like,
it's cliche to pick up a.
Hey,
God, she was aggressive. Right. Anyway, what's episode 21?
21. Odd Taxi.
Oh, fudge. Yeah,
man, Mystery Animal Crossing. Mysterious Animal Crossing.
That's accurate.
I still haven't watched him kill that dear girl or whatever it was.
That's right. You're still committed to that.
Yep. He murdered her. She's dead in his closet. Everybody doesn't know it, but I do. Nobody
I just don't
believes
like the vibes it has. Like, it's not the right vibe for me.
All right, well, speaking of good vibes, episode 22, so good.
Moshido no Oto or Those Snow White Notes. I'm sad because I need to watch more of this. I need to finish this.
Watch it. So good. It's
Did
great.
you finish it?
It's great. Yeah.
Damn.
I finished that thing immediately. As soon as I could finish it, I finished it.
Vicky's got to. This is the show. You gotta get buy the shamisen. This is the show.
Yep. I'm gonna finish watching the show and then I'm gonna get a shamisen.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna finish it and get a shamisen.
Nope.
Vicky,
it hasn't happened yet.
When's your birthday, Vicky?
30th of
December 30. Yep.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I know that.
It's just on a post-it note on like.
Yeah, you can say that. There's definitely something in the post.
Oh boy!
All right. Next, a great show that no one will finish.
Episode 2023, Katana Gatari.
Oh my god!
Ooh, man.
So good.
Ooh, it's so
good.
You have to study it. You have to be in a studying mood.
Okay. I want to walk this back a little bit. It is a lot of very quick reading. Yes, but you have to study it. It's not what's the show? Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, where they just talk a mile a minute, and you got to read all the editor's notes. That show is more difficult to read in 30 minutes than Katana got to read in an hour. But they're both a lot. They're both good, but they are both a lot. I get it. I concede that much.
Yeah, this is the anime that gave us 50-minute episode shows. 12 episodes, 50 minutes piece.
Look, Katana Gatari is 6 really good movies.
Pretty much.
This one proved to us that anime should be 30 minutes only.
For real.
Good. It's good animation. It's a good story.
No, it's beautiful.
Got a tsundere. It's got a cool fight. Oh, it's so good. Watch it.
50 minutes, an hour. Just
and buy it for me because I can't buy it, I don't think, on DVD because the world hates me. All right. What's next?
All right, next episode. Episode 24, my pick, Paranoia Agents. No, it was Vicky's pick, Paranoia Agents.
I was going to say, because 25 was your pick. Okay, Paranoia Agent. No, don't watch that shit.
An oldie but a goodie.
No.
It's like,
I think it's good.
Interesting. No. It's a weird...
No.
It's weird.
Corey tried to logic it, and he ruined it by logicking through the show.
If I can ruin it by logic, it's probably not that good.
But you don't know the mystery in the beginning. That's the whole thing. Is he there? Is he not? You know?
Nah.
But
that's why I didn't finish it when it first came out on Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
But that opening song is super haunting and good.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm tempted to just like play it now, but anyway.
No, that's a good one too. Next one is my pick, episode 25, Higurashi no Naku Koroni, when they cry, or when the sick does cry.
If you don't like watching murder, don't watch this one.
It's so interesting and like
it is
also weird.
This show is so interesting that I have Wikipedia'd the plot like 3 times in my life and never watched the whole thing or played the game.
Same.
Exactly.
So, I don't think it's a bad show, but I don't like horror, so I'm never gonna actually watch it.
This is my show, and I will say I will 100% admit it's very slow.
Did you get through season 2?
No, I did not yet.
Okay.
I watched the original one, but I didn't get. I have to catch up because again, you're right. They remade it, and they did season 2 already. I'm like, okay, that's 50 episodes. I need to do it. That's too much. That's basically.
You gotta watch your Utena instead.
Yes, I gotta commit to some. I'm on the board on certain things. I gotta commit to those. Next episode, which Cori's, I believe, is Sunny Boy 26.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 26.
Sunny Boy's good.
Man, this is
I like
good
it.
too.
Yep.
I watched multiple episodes.
1 episode in, still. I've been like, yeah, I'll get to it. Yep. I'll keep seeing it.
Lord of the Flies.
Yep, Lord of the Flies vibes.
And I like Lord of the Flies, and I like Infinite Revias, and this show, I just keep being like, yeah, not right now. So, we'll see if I ever get into episode 2, because this is like my other show. I'm like, all right, maybe I should try it, but I think I need something else to hook me on it.
It's almost like My Hero Academia meets Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, that's right. because a lot of the students, not everyone, but they have their quirks, quote unquote, like they have their powers, which is a weird twist.
Yeah, and interesting.
Okay, next show was Vicky for episode 27, Mikaku City Actors.
That was good. I do want to watch more of that.
Yeah, it was a little bit everywhere. I mean, I remember it because of the AI character who looks like Hatsune Miku, pretty much.
Very obviously Miku.
Yep.
Love the music. Like, y'all, the music for this series is amazing. And I haven't watched more of the anime, but it's on my list to watch because I love the song so much.
All right, so we're a little bit past halfway, but I know Vicky's got somewhere to go soon. So
let's
you want to keep going?
Yep.
Okay. Do we know what we're going to watch next week, or when we next?
Yes, it's my episode. It's Tact OP Destiny.
Ooh,
yes, I want to watch
this
one is really interesting. I've never. The conceit of it. I've like, what is this show really about?
yeah. I've seen a little bit of like a trailer for it. I'm like, all right, this might be good.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. All right, keep going.
All right. Next episode is To Your Eternity for episode 28. The saddest episode, the saddest anime for episode 1, and it could have ended as a movie. So heartbreaking.
I'm gonna start writing down stuff like what I'm supposed to watch now. Like,
To Your Eternity makes you feel deeply emotional. Yes. Like, holy crap, that's so good.
Yeah,
for no dang reason.
I had a lot going for it, and man, if you want to feel something, you watch episode 1. I'm not sure if the later episodes are reflective on the first one, but the first episode by itself, that could have been the show. That could have been a movie. It's just so good. But that's one I really want to get back into as well. Yeah,
too good.
Yeah, definitely think I need to watch that too.
And then here marks our origins, or basically our origin story in our impact for anime. Cori's for episode 29 is Genshiken.
Genshiken!
Yes.
So good.
Genshiken's
great. It's not maybe the best anime that we've watched, but it's great. Yeah. Nostalgic.
How it all began.
Our origin story. Which is still amazing. I don't understand how that worked out. It's just like coincidences and just timing. Yep. It's amazing how that works out. And then for episode 30, Vicky's impact for anime, Revolutionary Girl Utena. Oh my god.
4 out of 10.
This is her origin story. This is what there's so much. If you watch the show, you'll understand what type of person Vicky is. I'm on episode 31.
Vicky is I'm just like thin, tallish, athletic, pink-haired girl who wants to be a prince.
Yes.
That's
very accurate.
Sort of accurate.
I don't know about I don't know about the other forbidden love angles. Wait a minute. Yep, that's true.
How many Indian girls do you know with unnecessarily attractive brothers?
Yeah, Vicky. Who you fighting for? Who you trying to save?
Revolutionize the world or whatever crap.
Yeah.
The princess you should try to save is yourself.
Unless there's an Anthe, then you have to save Anthe because Anthe's got some shit going on.
Yeah,
I feel bad for her.
Yeah. Anyway,
I feel so bad. Okay. Episode 31. My impact for anime, Kimi ni Toroke, which is vanilla rom-com, but does it in a better way. A lot of cliches, but it's so good.
I still dislike it.
You dislike it because you want it to be your life.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Me and Cori love it because what it could be, but Vicky hates it because for what it is, what reality actually is.
Oh man,
the harsh realities.
It's great.
It's a good show.
And you said some decent things about it, so I know you recognize the quality, even if you're like
it's
never
good. It's
never
just
gonna watch it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not your thing.
Yeah, just makes me angry.
Yep, exactly.
Truth.
Exactly.
Truth.
It's true. Okay, let's move on from that. Episode 32, Remake Our Lives. Man, that's had potential. That's had some potential in it.
I enjoyed that show about 80% as much as I enjoyed Hige Hero.
Mm.
I like that show more than I had any real right to.
Are you saying it was kind of like a hate watch, or like kind of like a bearing through it just to see
I think I hate watched Hige Hero, but I like Hige Hero. I think this show was one of those where I liked it for like purely like wish fulfillment reasons. I think it was a perfectly fine show. It's not a show I'd be like, oh my god, guys, let's go watch this shit now. I like it because I like it, not because it's good. You know what I mean? But it's not bad. Right. It just wasn't like, very, very, very fine. Yeah,
had a good, like, interesting plot, sort of.
It was alright.
Kind of.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, so I enjoyed it enough.
It's also a harem, but that kind of it's whatever.
Yeah, it's more or less a harem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next is Vicky's pick for episode 33, and this Vanitas no Cart, and this made me understand. Don't judge a book by its cover, because the Pretty Boys, this Vanitas no Cart, is a good show.
It's good.
Wait. Vanitas no Cart is episode what?
33.
Yeah, it's I need to watch more of it because it's so good. It reminds me of just good anime, I guess. Like it calls to me. Something in it is familiar.
It's good. From what I remember of Vanitas, it's got that kind of just kind of lighthearted fun aspect to it, but it looks like it's got like a plot. So it's not like episode of the week. It's going somewhere, but it's just like, let's have some fun.
Oh, yeah. Basically, vampirism as different diseases or something like that. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
And the true names,
it's got like that old timey like spiritual and like what is it? You try to do something to cleanse the spirit. What is that called? Exorcisms. Yep, pretty much.
Purification rituals.
Has that vibe. The next pick was mine, which is The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated. Oh man,
that's so funny. It's so funny, y'all. My next 2-in-1 cosplay coming to a convention near you.
All right, you be careful when you flash people. That's all I'm saying. All right. When we get to 39, I just need to say that real quick. Just let me say that.
Oh, I think I
yeah, you know why.
But Jahi, it was good. It's, it's more comedy based, and I think it was a little bit slower paced. But I think I probably will jump back on that. The next one is another controversial pick, which Cori loves picking controversial picks.
It's not controversial.
Episode 30. No, episode 35. Idaten.
The Idaten gods know only peace. So good.
Oh my goodness! I need to watch this too.
You must
finish it.
It is.
Look. If you both are my friends, you need to watch the entire show.
Oh, I'll finish it.
1 to 11.
Really
it's
good.
only 11 episodes. Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm trying to make you watch 12, 50-minute episodes.
No, this one is good. Yeah.
So good. I think this is maybe not a classic, but it should be.
Again.
Super good.
It's got something.
It definitely has a lot for it, but the little tidbits are like, meh. But maybe, like you said before, it may have to need those tidbits. It may need those bits.
It may. I can argue both ways, but I'm leaning towards the one where it says yes, they were necessary.
And then, thankfully for Cori starting us with the controversial pick trilogy. Next pick is Vicky's episode 36. Evlogia, which is reincarnated into a demon king, Evlogia's Worlds.
Which apparently was super popular.
Really?
And was live. It was a live recording as well. Oh, some people may not remember. Or
we watched it. Yeah,
people love that.
Yeah, that was super popular for some reason.
Listen, the manga is good. It's got a great plot.
Sure,
it has
you can't keep things that.
It has things that you don't see usually, like
penises.
No, that's not true. You see that daily.
You don't see this either. But I was just disappointed in how short it was. Like, what the hell?
Short penises.
But 7 minutes? Like, come on.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you can only last 7 minutes. I'm sorry.
Not enough content. I needed more content. To be honest, that was my criticism. If it was a 30 minutes, I'd be like, I think I'm there.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
30 minutes would have fit a lot more in
Cori
it.
time is done.
Cori was trying to not laugh the whole time. It was like, Cori was like, be on good behavior.
Yeah, that was probably the shortest episode we've ever recorded, and it was live.
Thank God.
And just, but fun, you know.
In a way.
I could see the appeal.
My preference for fun is not watching two guys go and have a fun time. That's just not usually what I go for, but, you know, in a way.
But you had nothing to say.
I'm hoping the second episode just has more plot to carry through with what we saw.
It's only going to be 7 minutes though. So
so basically, watch 3 episodes, and that's 1 episode. Or
you let us know how that's going.
Make sure you take breaks.
Yeah. You know, maybe have your friends over, have a watch party.
Nope.
That's not how it goes.
Nope. We reserve that too. We do healer. Okay,
we tried.
My
37.
37. My pick, which is Shumatsu no Harem. Man, this one was okay. You know what? Scar and a Prey tier might be above the show.
It honestly is.
This show is just the logical dance and backflips and gymnastic it does to tell you about the show is like, come on. Just
according to this show, if there are not enough men in the world, all science falls apart.
Yeah, and clothes become tattered, and fires are
and women become rabid sexual beings, just ready to
so
fight
ridiculous.
You.
Like, there's no female fucking scientists in the world.
Nope.
God.
No female fucking scientists.
Now, if the genders were reversed, I could believe that.
Yeah.
The world's in shambles. We need the woman.
Yeah. Where's that anime? Yeah.
You think there'd be a better? You think that would be a thing? And like, well, I guess you're right. The guy 5 men is probably better for the fantasy. Let's say
for the fantasy.
Yeah, let's just say that
show is stupid. Anyway,
yeah.
Then we round out our wonderful harem show with something much better.
Yes, episode 38 was Cori's Rama and Half or Rama Half.
Rama Half.
How do you pronounce that? Rama Half.
Rama Half.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
For a harem.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like I've said, I used to think of it as a romantic comedy. So,
yeah.
Whatever. It's great. And most harems are suck. Most harems are suck.
Yeah.
Episode 39, though. Dry Juice.
Dry Juice.
Everybody's favorite Dry Juice. Dramatical Murder. Those names are so dumb.
Yeah.
Between the gangs and the game and the mystery of the murder, like, it's a good series. And if you are into BL games, play the game. Dramatic Murder.
All right, that's low on my list of shows I might try to watch more of. Because you just said BL. If you would have not said BL, I probably would have forgot for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they don't throw it in your face, but you do meet all of his possible...
Like Igalogia.
All of them. Yeah, unlike Igalogia, that throws it in your face.
Right.
All up in your face.
This show, I would actually say, unlike Loveless, I want to see the battles. I think that's, I honestly, because it's actually a really nice, it's pretty decent looking show. So
more modern too, so that helps. All right, so the song that we kept singing throughout the entire episode is What We Need to Say Now. Episode 40. Episode
40.
Right.
Or in High School Club. Hit it.
Kiss,
kiss, fall in love.
Hey. Oh, so good.
It's so good.
This show just reignited the fact that, man, harems or whatever, like, it's a weird, the concept of this show is just, they could do it and they could do it well. Like, there's just so many good things about the show.
So good. Yep. Like, rewatching just the first episode made me watch Pretty Boy Detective Club because it has the same vibes. And It really does. But this is a classic. Everyone should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
All right, what we finna talk about?
We finna not start this again.
Yeah. It's finna get done because it wasn't as appealing as I thought it would be. Like, pirates,
yeah,
ninja samurai, girls with short hair. You'd think it had it all, but it just didn't grab me.
This show is
twins.
This show is pretty much an adventure show. This is like a adventure show, but in disguise as for like the pretty boy show, because there are Fena is the main girl and then a bunch of boys, you know. But there's the one true boy that she's after. But yeah,
there's a female samurai ninja girl though.
Mm-hmm. Probably the only one though. Probably the only one.
I might watch one more episode.
I still need to watch another one. I still have hope that it's better. But yeah,
the old men were funny.
Yeah, I want to watch. I want the show for them. Actually,
do it for them.
My taste.
And then obviously we have today's episode.
The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated into another world, or the Japanese title "Sekai Saiko no Ansatsusha Isekai Kizoku ni Tensei Suru." Still,
they literally put isekai in the title?
Yeah. That's the word.
That's the word.
Is that the word for reincarnated into another world?
It means like other world.
Another world, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
That's why it became the genre tag, because it was in all of the titles.
Mm-hmm.
So, we went through everything we've watched, all 42 episodes of the year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, do you two have an idea of what's in your top 3?
Yes.
Patrick?
But in no particular order.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I think so too, yeah.
Okay, I'll start. Jujutsu Kaisen, Idaten, and I'm going to say Vivi. With a special consideration for those Snow White notes.
Yeah, I for sure, obviously, I think Vivi and Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, me and Cori overlap that one, but I think those are my two. Could be wherever. My third pick would be Yukoku no Moriarty, but then the thing is that I need to watch Valentine's No Card and Idaten, because I think Valentine's No Card, the premise might be better, and I might like that show a lot more. And Idaten, I have to watch that because, man, that ending apparent, or that the whole show, it might pull me through, because Cori's been talking about that.
And I'm telling you right now, I think the best way to know if it's like in your top is, did you watch the whole show? And I think that's more valuable for you two, because you both watched less full shows than I did.
Yeah.
So it's an easier
for me,
pick.
Without going over like what I've already seen, but just the new stuff, I'd say Vanitas no Cart, To Your Eternity, because that was oof. And Pretty Boy Detective Club, actually. Yeah, like Yukoku no Moriarty is so close though, but I just
that'd be like your fourth special.
Yeah, that would be like my fourth.
Yeah, because my 5 would probably put like something like a 86 or your To Your Eternity, but like 86 is good, but it's not that good. I would only recommend it to people who like that kind of show. And To Your Eternity, I just didn't get back to. So my top 10 is full of good stuff, and then I avoid stuff like Ranma, Genshin, stuff I know I like and I've already watched.
Right.
But for this season, this last 42 episodes, absolutely. Katana Gatari I would put up there high, but obviously again, I know that I've seen it and I love it. But the stuff that's new for this year, for people who are like, what was good in 2021? And let's go find this random podcast where 3 people who talk about shit that is too much.
Those are our
So
top.
Patrick, you give it to us.
Yeah, I would for my like other 4th and 5th would probably be Valentine's No Cart and Mushoku Tensei. And then like those are probably my top 5 is I would include those mentions, but yeah, there's a lot. I mean, just kind of looking through this again, like there's a lot we watched, and there's a lot that we haven't watched.
And I think that because of 2020, we definitely got a lot of the stuff that was pushed into 2021 for good or for ill, and we were, especially in the first half, we were lopsided with just great shows. And then in this last season here in the fall/winter, we got like 4 or 5 just like top tier shows. So we had a really good year up to this point. And I still think there's some other potentially good shows like the Vampire Who Goes to the Moon show. And then Patrick, what did you pick? What was it?
Tact OP Destiny.
Yeah, that one sounds like it might be pretty good.
OP Destiny.
Yes.
We didn't even do like Link Click, which was one of the Chinese ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Had good potential. It definitely had some BL vibes for the Vicky crowd. But there's plenty of shows we didn't even touch or I watched and were very mediocre and only mentioned them in passing. A lot of shows that I'll like, oh yeah, I should mention in the anime or in the podcast and completely just like, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, because I do spend certain weeks and just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch like 3 episodes now and just crank them out. And then other weeks, like last week, I watched almost nothing. I watched like 2 episodes. I watched 86, and I watched whatever we were doing for the podcast, and that was it. So yeah, it's great.
I have 2 more that would round up my top 5, but I'm not going to say what they are.
Well, I think I know which ones they are. Obviously, the one we don't talk about, the one we don't talk about, and the other one we don't talk about.
Cori's just disappointed.
All right, my top 3 animes of all time: Goblin Slayer, We Do Healer, with interspecies reviewers, followed by Dotson. Let's go.
Wow.
You know what? I will take Dotson just so I can ignore the other stuff you said. That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Dotson's real good.
Remember, these are the shows you don't watch.
Really, really good. Like, God, it's so good. I mean, I can't wait until season 2 of Idaten, because if Idaten season 2 comes out and it's like equally as good, it's going to be like minimum, in my opinion anyway. Because honestly, I don't hear a lot of people talk about Idaten right now, but it's going to be a minimum of Death Note season 1 level. And if it just goes and goes, I'm going to put it up there with Full Metal Alchemist, because I think arguably Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the best anime to have been released. I don't think there's anyone who will straight up argue with me that it's not at least one of the best, and it's definitely one of the best I've ever seen. And Idaten is just, it's giving it to me right now. Like, yep, it's great. Cool. But so did Death Note, and Death Note season 2 wasn't nearly as good as season 1. And,
season 1 was
and Lelouch the Rebellion, Code Geass, similar vibe. Like, season 1 was great, season 2 was good, but not as great. So season 2 of Idaten can just hit it out the park and not give me any more of what happens in the last 2 episodes. I'll be happy.
Cool. Well, we had a jam-packed year of hits and misses, and hopefully we have another year of hits and misses.
And hopefully Vicky won't try to force us to watch any more of sequels of a show that's not worth watching.
Well, and hopefully Cori does some research and pick shows that don't secretly
Fair points.
Give us a few of them. No, actually, I wish he does, because that is fuel for fire that we did not know. We did not know this was burning.
I pick shows based on a little blurb synopsis, and I'm like, does that sound like a cool plot idea? And if it sounds cool, I go for it.
And it is a good plot, y'all.
It is good.
No,
plot.
It's not.
It's
Redo of Assassincrat, cool idea, right? A dude who is a weak healer and he's actually super strong, unique, interesting idea, could be really awesome, right? A guy who is a sword and breaks swords, awesome idea, you know? Choco Tensei, less of an awesome idea on its face, but a cool execution of an old idea of being reincarnated. 86, interesting. Not like amazing, but hey, when you really realize what the real true plot is, which is a spoiler I'm not going to talk about, pretty cool idea. Jujutsu Kaisen, Yu Naruto.
Hits and misses.
Yu Naruto. That's all I'm saying. That's fine. You know, some plots are really cool and you can sum it up real great. And other plots are like Bleach. You got to watch a couple episodes to know what it's about. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and that's how I pick them. And sometimes they're redo either.
Yeah. So, hey, listeners, let us know what your favorite anime that we've watched was for this year.
And why is it Nickelodeon?
Yeah, it really is.
Let us know who is actually right, guys.
Apparently,
non-biased pins. Who is right?
Based on download volume alone, it's Vicky, I guess.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, people want the media, and they're like me. Probably were disappointed at the length of it, but you take what you can get. That's all we can say.
So for all the men with small penises, there you go. There's your
Cori. God damn it, Cori. Be on good behavior. We're gonna let that shit slide. You never gonna let it slide. I was looking at you like, God damn it. You never gonna let it slide.
Look, I'm gonna get what joy I can out of that 7-minute gay love fest, okay? And if it's gonna be penis jokes, it's gonna be small penis jokes, and it's funny to me, and I don't care. I watched two dudes do it, and it was weird. And it wasn't even real. It was just his imagination, and it was like him stroking an air shaft. It was super weird, okay? Yeah. So I'm going to make my penis jokes.
The other 7-minute show was better, actually.
Say that again?
The other 7-minute show was better. The one with the...
That was just more explicit.
Yeah,
it was better, though.
That was funny.
And outrageous.
I'm sorry for that, too.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
All right.
Well, thanks, everybody. Next week, we'll be looking at Tact OP Destiny. Tact OP Destiny.
Where can they reach us, Vicky? Where can they reach us on the social?
Oh, you can watch us on YouTube at exclamation point Taku Katsu. Gmail is our Taku Katsu podcast at gmail.com. We are also 0 Taku Katsu, like but it's 0 Taku Katsu on Twitter and Podbean. Otaku Katsu Podbean. Otaku Katsu podcast on Podbean and iTunes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, find us in all those places. Download us. Tell your friends about us.
Please, because everybody I know, I can't tell because it's my job, and I can't just be spreading out my podcast. Would not be
listen helpful. Listen to us while you're working at a boring job.
Oh yeah,
or
do that.
Studying for.
Yeah. Leave us a review on iTunes so I can know you're doing it, and I will probably talk to you if you leave me a message on Podbean, because I talked to Vicky's mom.
Leave us a review or a message. We'll shout you out.
If you go on YouTube, leave lots of likes and subscribes and bell icons and all the other stuff, because I randomly check it and no one says anything, so I don't check it more often.
Yeah, come talk to us.
Yeah, we're lonely and bored.
Well, I have been your main host this week, Vicky.
Absolutely.
And here is a co-host for this week, Cori.
Yeah, I was just disruptive. I apologize, but when you have to watch 7 minutes of two dudes doing it, and that's not your thing, you just have to distract yourself with penis jokes.
And our other co-host, Patrick.
Cori's not wrong. That's true. That's how you get. That's how you get through the pain of 7 minutes.
I think we need to watch 2 more episodes of Eulogia just to give it a fuller view of the show.
No, we.
21 minutes.
No, we don't.
You know what?
No, we don't.
We got to do it next year.
Watch
it 2022.
If we watch 2 more episodes of that, we gotta watch 2 more episodes of that dude getting turned into a girl so his best friend.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta be fair. We gotta be fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nickelodeon, that was a fair trade.
I'll do it.
Okay, we're down.
All
right.
Fuck you.
We can watch it. No. We'll do a review on both of them.
No.
Give a fuller review.
I don't want to. This sounds bad.
And with that,
2022.
Coming near you, 2022.
2022.
How to watch Tims with your friends.
Bye.
Bye.